Hey everybody, welcome to another Moose Made video. Today we're going to clean my mass airflow sensor, the MAF, on the 2008 Mercedes SL550. Let's get to it. So the mass airflow sensor does just that. It measures the mass of the airflow into the engine, and then the computer determines, oh, well, there's this much air, we need this much fuel, so on and so forth, depending on any given condition. That's the idea. Sometimes they get plugged up and they don't work properly, and then you have stumbling issues, idle issues. There are a variety of things that take place during mass airflow problems. So I'm going to clean mine, and let's talk about that. So here we go. Now, I've already mostly disassembled you can see here, run the engine cover comes off one piece, and then we're going to come over here, and then the snorkels come out. So again, like I said, I've already disassembled this, so don't sweat it too much. Now, this piece, the airbox, be careful, especially if the engine's warm. When you yank it out, it can be hot and heavy. Next thing you know, yeah, it's going to break something. Yeah, I broke something. It was hot and heavy, not the good kind either. It's hot and heavy in my hand, so it slipped. What happened? Look at this. You got my coolant line here. Just like that, snap. So that's going to have to be replaced, but that's something for another time. Right now, we're going to go ahead. So this comes out, and now we set that to the side. Oh my God, will this work? Okay, great. So let's set this down here so you get a better view of what's happening. All right, so down here, we see we've got bits, lots of bits down here. This is the mass airflow sensor, and then there's a snorkel that goes down into the throttle body, and there's a couple of air hoses that are connected. I've already disconnected this, so it'll be easy to remove. There is the connector here. You push the button, pull it out, easy peasy. Then there are two tabs here. These two tabs mount here. Now they are plastic and they're really stiff, so use caution. You kind of have to walk it out. So I just did that slowly, walked it out. And then the same on the bottom. There's one on the very, very bottom of the mass airflow. So there's a clip here that connects it. And if we release that clip, pull it back, mass airflow comes out, and we'll deal with that in a moment. All right, next thing we have the snorkel, which goes down into it. There'll be a clamp here. I've already removed the clamp. There's a clamp, and that comes off. Now, I suggest that you inspect the hoses to check for any cracking or tears, rips. It does happen. I don't really understand how, but it does happen. Debris coming up from the road, I suppose, and then just hot and cold cycles all the time, on and off. That's what happens. I took this hose off, looked at it. It looks like it's in good shape. The other vacuum hose is here. I pulled this out and checked for snugness, because sometimes they get real loose. This one feels pretty snug, and this vacuum line goes all the way up, etc., and I've already inspected that. So now, let's get to the mass airflow sensor. Okay, so looks like we've got our mass airflow sensor here. If we look at this, we see there's our plug for the electrics. Great. Then if we examine this one is of an oval shape. There are a variety of shapes depending on the manufacturer. This one is an oval shape, and there's a screen to keep out any debris that may slip past the airbox. It happens sometimes, to keep that out of the engine. Then if we look carefully, embedded in the plastic here, there's an arrow, tells you which direction the air flows. So the air comes in this way, follows the arrow, and then down through the snorkel piece into the engine. That's what happens. Now inside here, when you look inside there, you can see this piece here. On the other side of this piece, there's a little wire, and that wire conducts electricity and changes depending on temperature, and it measures how much air is flowing through the sensor. Imagine that. So it's hilarious. So we've got my mass airflow sensor cleaner here, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it a few squirts. It doesn't take a whole lot to get that wire clean, and just kind of clean it off, and it's that simple. Just go ahead and you can purchase this from your friendly neighborhood parts store, or if you like to buy things online, you can certainly do that as well. But I've gone ahead and I've cleaned it. Yeah, there we go. Some of the carbon and stuff I see is coming off, and here we go. Make sure it's good this way. Nice and clean. Fantastic. That looks great. So now that we've done that, I'm just going to go ahead and let this air dry, and then we'll finish up. Okay, everybody. Now we're back to the engine bay. Now, I have decided to assemble the elbow and the mass airflow sensor already. Now if we look at this, we can see there's a tab on the bottom and on top of the elbow. That's what's going to connect it to the throttle body. And then the two tabs that hold the mass airflow sensor to the engine as well as to the thing. So let the juggling begin. I'm going to insert this down from the bottom and line everything up all at once, and it ought to be a neat little click fast here. Hey, see what I did there? Like on the internet, a click fest. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh, I'm awesome. 1, 2, and 3. That's it. And oh wow, look at that. Boom. Easy breezy. It's all in place. One unit, solid. And we got our clip later. Now, all I gotta do is take my electrical connection, slide this over, and again, positively connected. Strong click, and then that's it. There's a hose down here. I have to get this hose in here. Just, you might not be able to see that hose, but it goes onto the elbow, and one of the hoses that we inspected earlier. And we got the clamp, and all we gotta do is clamp it down. All right, fantastic. All right, there we go. So we're in. And all we gotta do is the reverse of the removal of the airbox, snorkels, and you're good, you're good. That's it. So now the mass airflow sensor is clean, ready to measure all that air for all that power. Awesome. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. If you enjoyed this, hit the like, smash that subscribe button. We can do more. That's it. Have a good time, everybody. Thank you.